Marvel Rivals' newest game mode has finally arrived, and that's none other than Ultron's Battle Matrix Protocol. And today I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about how to play this new game mode. So if you're new here and find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed yet, why not? It's completely free and you're coming back anyways. But without further ado, I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now, if you're testing the game mode out for the very first time, you can probably understand this isn't Marvel Rivals really. This is in fact now a auto battler or auto chess. Think TFT, otherwise known as Teamfight Tactics in League of Legends. So let's talk about the first phase of our game mode, which is the hero selection phase. Now, when you first load into the game, you'll arrive at the character selection screen, just like in a normal Marvel Rivals match. However, don't be alarmed if half the roster appears to be missing, because this is the ultimate intention. The initial selection of heroes is randomized each game and follows a specific rule set. Trust me, your game isn't bugged. Now, once you select your team lineup, your choices will be locked for the beginning of the match. However, you can change characters later on using tokens, and you're allowed to build any team composition such as 3 strategists, 2 duelists, 1 vanguard, 5 vanguards, 1 strategist, or even 6 duelists. Whatever team setup you want, you can essentially have. Now, something that a lot of players don't understand yet or simply glance over is that the team up abilities are also functional in the Battle Matrix game mode, adding another layer to team composition and strategy. Whether it's something like Jeff NATO, or even the team up with Hawkeye and Luna Snow. The list goes on, but you get the idea. Now let's talk about our next phase, which is the module phase, where your upgrades and customizations really shine. So in this phase, you'll spend your tokens to buy modules and upgrade your team. You start each round with 15 tokens, and winning a round gives you 2 bonus tokens. Additionally, being on a win or a loss streak will reward extra tokens, scaling up to +1 per round, up to a maximum of 4 bonus tokens after 5 consecutive wins or losses. Now there's 3 module types: base models, replacement models, and strengthened models. So let's talk about our first models. What are the base modules? These offer general stat boosts and effects. There are 4 protocol types within base modules. There's Fortress for vanguards, Onslaught for duelists, Reboot for strategists, and Equilibrium for universal. Now, something to keep in mind is that each protocol tracks how many modules you purchase for that category. After hitting certain thresholds, whether it's 10, 20, or even 40, that protocol levels up, increasing both the bonus effects and your chance to roll higher quality and higher rarity modules in the shop. Now, you can view your current protocol levels on the left side of your screen. Clicking them will show you how many modules you have for that category and the current bonus level. Now, some examples are reduce enemy healing, boost strategist healing output, reduce enemy damage, boost energy regeneration for ultimates. Now, modules start at 5 tokens each, but as you progress, rare ones will appear for 10 or even 15 tokens. Now, these offer powerful effects such as Vanguard starting with bonus HP, or even a chance for ultimates not to consume energy, allowing, for example, Magneto to potentially cast out multiple ults in a single round. Now, modules also have stars, which indicate their level. The more copies you buy, the stronger the effect becomes. For example, a strategist module that increases attack speed might scale from 8%, 16, 24, and 32%. Now, something to note is you don't need to activate the modules manually, just purchase them before the round starts. Buying them after the round begins delays their activation to the next round. And for whatever reason, if you don't like your current module options, you can always refresh your shop for 1 token. But do be warned, you want to be a little bit cautious, because saving tokens is an essential part of any auto chess or auto battler like this. Now, something to be aware of is if you're short on tokens and spot a must-have module, you can press the lock button to preserve it in your shop lineup for the next round. It's kind of like your insurance in a way, if you want to say. Now let's quickly talk about our replacement modules, which is changing heroes. So on the change heroes screen, you can spend 5 tokens to randomly swap a hero on your team with a new one. Now, don't make the same mistake that I did, so be warned. Once you pay those tokens, they're spent regardless of whether you confirm the changes or not. There is no refund. Now let's talk about our strengthened modules, which are our major hero upgrade. These modules drastically change how our hero functions. The only way to earn them is by defeating Galactica, who appears during rounds 1, 6, 11, 16, and 21. After each Galactica round, you can select a strengthened module. Starting from round 11 onwards, you'll be able to pick 2. So here's some examples of our strengthened module effects. For one instance, you have Magic, who reduces stepping disc cooldown by 2 seconds when taking damage, gains 200 HP per use. Or on the other hand, you might have Iron Man, who gains more distance with his ultimate and so on. Each hero can hold 2 strengthened modules. If you don't like the ones offered, you can always reroll per galactic round, so make sure to use it wisely. Now, if you don't use a strengthened module in time, the game will automatically assign you one. Now, again, this only applies to the strengthened modules, not the base modules. Now, lastly, if you replace a hero that has a strengthened module, it will automatically transfer to another random hero on your team, so don't worry about losing it. Now, let's talk about our deploying phase, or positioning your team. Now, this phase is all about placement, which directly impacts combat outcomes due to how the targeting system works for this specific game mode. So generally speaking, in your backline or midline, you want to place heroes like Black Widow, Hawkeye, Namor, Luna, Rocket, any of your other strategists. Then for your frontline, midline, these are your more brawl-like duelists and your vanguards. So tanks and melee damage dealers. Now, do be warned, there are some hero targeting types. The first one being target's closest enemy. Most of the cast, including a Hulk, Magneto, Penny, Thing, Ultron, Storm, and Mr. Fantastic, will always target the closest enemy. Whereas Venom, Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Psylocke, Spider-Man, Black Panther will target the lowest HP enemies. Whereas a character like Wolverine, who's the only one in this category, targets the highest HP enemy. So these are all things you should be looking out for. Now, I will say, be sure to balance your team's targeting logic. A full dive comp with a single healer can result in your support getting isolated and eliminated quickly. All these things do play a major factor. Then starts our battle phase, where the combat actually begins. This is where the action happens. Each round you'll either face another player or a PvE galactic bot round. Now, as I mentioned earlier, galactic fights are your gateway to strengthened modules. And with that, you're pretty much ready to master the new Battle Matrix game mode. Now, do be warned, this game mode can last quite a while, whether it's 15 minutes or even up to 30 minutes. So make sure you set aside enough time to play a full round. But anyways, hopefully this video has helped you in any way, shape, or form. And if it did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It greatly helps out the channel as we're pushing for 20k subs. Now, I'll let the rest of this match play out, but I just want to say I hope you have a great and safe day, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm really gonna buy all the things. I have Luna Loki. I can't lose now. Right? Let's refresh this. Let's do this.